Good evening, fellow Phoenix. It is day 22. I know it's been 4 days since you heard from me, and I promise you that I have been on my grind. Today, I was able to reveal to my ministry that we are the first few steps and the first visual of our new ministry. Our ministry is under a transformation right now, and we're actually ending, I was about to say ending a chapter. We're closing the book on our old ministry, and we're starting a new pretty soon. So we're on a 6-week transformation, and I was able to present a lot of the hard work that I've been doing over the past few months, and especially trying to knock out some things over the past few days, working around the clock, both at the Marriott and in my home office, getting things done that I've had on the burners, trying to get ready to present to the what I call the remnant today at church. And it was received so well. I'm so excited that people are on board and we're taking ownership of this mission and this new thing that we're doing. With that said, Phoenix, we are steps closer to being able to fly. So in your transformation, it's time to write the vision and make it plain. It is time to write the vision and make it plain. Now, what's your vision? We have cleared our closets, we've cleared our space, we've cleared our atmosphere, we've gotten rid of those things that have held us back in the past, we've gotten rid of those things that we didn't even know were holding us back, we've gotten rid of those things that remind us of our mistakes and past. Okay, we got past that. We allowed ourselves some healing. We were asking some tough questions from what is it that you want? What is it that you see? We're asking ourselves, what is it that we value? Now that we have been working on the past few weeks, with this being day 22, like I said, we've been at this for over 3 weeks, just right at 3 weeks now. So we've had a couple of weeks to start thinking about what it is that we want, what it is that we don't know. Remember, we've been asking ourselves, what don't you know? And what steps are we taking to learn that information? I've heard from some of you who are going to start, like Elise is going to start classes. She knows when, so we know what, she's beginning to see what she needs to do to prepare herself for those classes. I've been taking classes just today. I think early this morning, RG showed me some a class that is geared directly towards where she wants to go, some things she wants to explore, or what we can explore together. And I see LaBrasha, coming and talking about some steps that she needs to take to be where she wants to be able to make the impact, the most change. So I know that we're beginning to explore, what is it that I need? What is it that I don't know? Today I preached about, not knowing what you don't know. So we have to know what we need to know. What people do we need to connect with? What networks do we need to be a part of? I've joined a few more groups. I've taken a few more classes, and in next week, 2 weeks, RG and I are going to be attending a life-changing conference with Lisa Nichols, one of my idols in the industry that I want to be in, and somebody who's inspired both of us greatly in this journey. So those are some things that we're doing now. Now that you know, or you're learning, you're still diving into what you want to do, what you want to be, your next venture in life. Remember, this isn't the end all be all. If you're on this Phoenix journey with me, you have to understand that there's going to come another time in your life. It could be in 6 months, it can be in 2 years, it could be in 10 years, because we're never too old to change and to transform. And you may be doing this again, where you destroy everything and start over again. That's perfectly fine. But for this season, it's time for us to write the vision and make it plain. Have you written down? Have you outlined your goals? What's it going to take to get there? And by the end of this week, y'all, I want each of you to be ready to take that first step. If you haven't already, take that first step. Okay? Take that first step. You're going to see some things coming out of my camp that will belie, that will reveal that I'm stepping into it. I'm stepping out, I'm stepping into it. Knees knocking, teeth chattering. Sometimes tears are going to be falling. I was telling RG the other day that this thing is going to have me trembling. But I'm going to jump and I'm going to leap. And like Les Brown says, I'm going to grow wings on the way down. Because if I don't do it, I just told you what I revealed in when I was preaching in Augusta, and I think I may have said it on the video that I just, I found out last week that my cousin, maybe just a few years older than me, just suddenly had a massive heart attack at church on a Saturday night. Not as in yesterday, but a week ago Saturday. And I have no idea. I have no idea if she even touched a piece of her destiny. I refuse to go out like that. I absolutely refuse to go out like that. Yay, I just reached 10,000 steps on the Fitbit. Yay. But I'm not doing it. Eric Thomas, E.T. the hip hop preacher, if you don't, motivational, he's the king of young urban motivation. He yells at you, he screams at you, but he's awesome. Eric Thomas, look him up. He says, don't cry to give up. If you're going to cry to keep going. Cry to keep going. For those of you who have dealt with depression and pain and feeling lost and feeling like a failure, you know what it's like to be in that fetal position and crying and feeling like you don't have a purpose and feeling like you don't know what's next or if this thing. So we're going to cry, y'all. We're going to cry because we are scared and we are nervous and we're excited at the same time. We're a little bit anxious, but we're doing it. We're doing it. We're taking that step. We're making that phone call. We're being a part of the network. We're showing up to that networking function. We're showing up to that speaking engagement. We're showing up to that class. And we're sitting there. And we're going to feel inferior, intimidated for a little bit, but just keep going. Keep showing up. Keep trying. Keep putting your name out there. Make those business cards. Print them. Make that Facebook page. Start that blog. Invest in your website. Whatever it is. Show up to that community meeting, whatever it is. Send your resume to that company over and over and over again. Knees trembling, teeth chattering, heart pulsating. But if you're going to have an anxiety attack anyway, and I'm not advocating anxiety attacks, but do it while you are pursuing it. Do it while you're walking, not while you're in the fetal position. If you're going to kind of shake about and get nervous about it, do it while you're walking into your destiny. Don't do it because you're too afraid and you're trembling in bed, covers up to your neck, stagnant, frozen and paralyzed with fear and doubt. Those days are over for us, Phoenix. Those days are over. I'm opening the cage. And we're going to prepare to fly. We didn't burn all that for nothing. We didn't turn our backs on all the things, Lord, that we had become comfortable and familiar with, not to go for it. So begin writing the vision. Start with your why. If you haven't done this already, start with your why. Why this next step? Whatever it's for. Your child, your spouse, your family life, your personal impact, your purpose. Perhaps it's to honor or a part of a legacy, your parents, your grandparents. What's your why? Because if you're not clear on your why, you may quit and give up on yourself. And you're going to have to remind yourself of your why every time you want to stop and give up. So we're going to outline our why. And I will definitely volunteer to be the first person to put my why in the group. And I expect for everybody else to follow suit so that we can hold each other accountable to our whys. All right, Phoenix, we have come too far to turn back. Now we're 3 weeks in. Let's rise.